Hello and welcome to another episode of Allot 360. I'm Michael Schachter, Product Marketing Director at Allot, and I'm here today with Angel Fernandez, VP Cybersecurity, Product Sales, and Strategic Partnerships.
Hello,
Angel,
Michael.
great to have you.
Great to be here.
So I said Allot 360, and we talk about 360 security all the time. What does Allot mean when Allot says 360 security?
We're seeing as of today a trend in CSPs that they're moving from considering security VAS and moving into a concept of a core service. As such, what it means is that they need to offer security to their customers into an end-to-end view, meaning protecting their consumers or SMBs, no matter how they access to the internet, no matter the time, no matter the device. That requires a combination of different technologies to work together. And that is one of the components of the 360. At the same time, if you think of consumers and SMBs, they don't want to pay the price of understanding the technicalities of different technologies working together, and that is the other component of 360. So in the end, 360 means let's make different technologies, security technologies, work together in order to offer this end-to-end experience that I'm protected anytime, anywhere. But at the same time, let's offer that in a unification model that all the complexities of the technology are hidden from consumers and SMBs. That means that I, as a user of those technologies, will configure one policy, will configure one setting, will get one unified reporting without having to know all the complexities, or again, these technologies working together to offer this unified experience.
So it sounds comprehensive. It sounds like it would be a good solution. But why does Allot think that communication service providers, the CSPs, are the ones who should be offering this or delivering this, providing it to the markets that you mentioned?
Well, the first thing is that we understand that communication providers, based on the discussions that we had with them, already understand that they need to offer this type of services. The second step is, will they be able to make money or get a benefit out of it? We have conducted a number of surveys in different regions and different markets to understand the willingness of these consumers and SMBs to opt in for this type of services. What we understand is that a vast majority, and we're talking of figures above 80% of them, are willing to pay for these services. So the operator will be really able to make revenue out of the services. But not only that, when we ask who should be the provider of this type of security solutions, also a big majority of them, and we're talking about 60% in this case, of them believe that the solution should come as well from the one that is providing the connectivity, meaning the CSP. So the CSP is in a unique position to make revenue and make benefit out of these solutions because consumers and SMBs are really looking for them and willing to pay for them.
So it makes sense. One side can do it, the other side wants them to do it, and the service providers, like you said, own the connectivity, so they should secure the connectivity on behalf of their markets. But don't service providers already offer endpoint solutions? There are a lot of famous brands out there, and you see those, we all get those offers on our phones all the time. Isn't that good enough? What's so different about the Allot solution that we think it's going to supplant these endpoints?
Well, obviously endpoints provide a good technology and are one of the components of the overall puzzle. But they fall short in mainly two categories. First, they can be installed in some devices. We're talking mostly about your phone, smartphone, your PC, be it a Windows or a Mac. But there is a huge number of IoT devices, which in the future, if not today, will be the vast majority of the devices, which are these IoT devices, which will connect to the internet, which will suffer all sorts of threats, which need to be controlled as well. So endpoints do not work for this type of devices. At the same time, the other big issue with endpoints is the adoption rate. So if I want, as an operator, as a CSP, to offer security for all my subscribers, the adoption should be huge. What we see in different CSPs and content providers is that the adoption of endpoints is not very high because of a number of reasons: the complexity of the installation, the perception from the end user that it will drain my battery, whatever. So there are other options in order to provide security, again with a massive adoption, which is in the end what the CSP is looking for. And this is where the concept of end-to-end security comes, where we can offer security from the network or from the CPE that you have at home or your household transparently to the end user without the user needing to do anything, and such you reach a very high adoption rate. So the endpoint might be one component of the solution, is not the only component of the solution.
So this sounds, like you said, a more inclusive solution for big markets with a good chance for strong adoption rates. What happens with 5G? How does the 5G, or the move to 5G, which is supposed to be this very secure network, how does that impact this vision of a network-based solution?
Well, I would say in this case it reinforces the vision, in the sense that 5G will allow additional devices to be connected to the internet, with additional use cases being opened which need to be secured, and as such the concept of this 360 and the ability to make different technologies work together in order to provide that security is fully reinforced, because we're opening the world again and the internet to devices with different use cases that will require a combination of technologies in order to be protected.
So it sounds like 360 is the way to go.
Absolutely, that's what we believe.
Thank you, Angel, and thank you all for watching this session, and I look forward to seeing you at the next episode of Allot 360. Cheers.